It's Dave Johal once again for the Boxing Voice. Pleased to be joined this time by British super middleweight prospect William "666" Webber. First of all, I've got to ask the 666. You're looking quite sort of red as well at the moment.
Yeah.
what's the inspiration behind the name there?
Well, it started when I was an amateur, really, and people, I'd be like in sparring and stuff, and in fights, and people would always say, "Oh, he's a beast. He's a beast." Yeah, and then it just sort of continued, and more people started calling me it as I grew older. So then we sort of thought of the idea, 666, number of the beast, and yeah, it just sort of stuck from there. And then yeah, it's worked in pro as well, like. And every time I go out sparring, yeah, people normally make comments and stuff. So, but yeah, that's where it all started. It was all amateurs and sparring and just how I fought, really. So
there you go. We've got an answer to that now. So you currently boast a record of 6 and just 1 defeat, isn't it, so far?
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
As a super middleweight. So talking about your highs into the sport. I read that you got into the sport after watching a Rocky film. Is that true?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I think I was, I don't know how old I was, about, it's got to be like 10 or 11 or something. And yeah, I said to my dad, I think I'd like to have a go at boxing. But at the time, I was like a sort of little tubby kid. And my dad said, I think you should lose a bit of weight first. Yeah, so I started training, lost a bit of the weight, and then yeah, I just started boxing. Went to an amateur club, and then we discovered I had sort of a bit of a talent for it. So it just carried on from there, and yeah, here I am today, all through the amateurs, now into the pros.
Good stuff. I mean, boxing runs in your family, doesn't it? Was it Paul Day, your uncle, that plays a part in your career?
No, Paul's. I've got, so my dad, Paul Webber is my dad. He used to be a swimmer, and he did biathlons, and then he did a bit of bodybuilding as well. And then he's not my uncle, he's just my coach, Paul Day. Yeah, he used to be a pro boxer. He was coached by Jimmy Tibbs.
Yeah.
And he was 12 or 13 fights undefeated as a pro. So yeah, I've got a good team around me. Definitely, I would definitely say that. Definitely got a good team.
I mean, if it wasn't for COVID, what were going to be the plans for this year? Because British Board of Boxing Control said that we're going to be looking at recommissioning shows again mid-February, possibly, depending on how things go. So, what was going to be the plan for you this year?
The plan, I obviously spoke to my manager Steve about it, and the plan was going to be to have a couple of fights, like just normal fights, and then try and go after the Southern Area title. See in terms of that, what's around for that. But yeah, like you say, it's all to do with COVID. It's very difficult at the moment to sort of foresee what's going to happen the rest of the year. But we're hoping for good things. We're hoping for good things. So.
No, that's good. I mean, your division, even at British domestic level and world level, it's lit with talent, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yeah, there's plenty of people around that've got talent for it. Definitely.
I mean, who do you sort of look up to at British level first of all, and then we'll talk about world level. Who have you got your eye on British level?
British level, picking out one's quite hard, to be honest. If I'm honest, there's definitely quite a few. I mean, some of the people they're not super middleweight, but middleweights. I love Linus Udofia and Brad Pauls. I've sparred them a bit actually as well, and they're just brilliant there. I love watching them. Linus was on he was on a Sky show while all this COVID. Yes, that's it. Yeah, yeah. And that was I really like Linus and Brad and that, and yeah, I've been sparring them quite a bit. I really like them. Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. I mean, they're under your stable anyway, aren't they? With Steve Goodwin Promotions.
Yeah, Goodwin. Yeah.
That makes it quite easy. And that super middleweight sort of level, world level, we've got Canelo and we've got Billy Joe Saunders. Do you think they need to get it on this year now? Do you think?
I think definitely that. Honestly, that is a fight I would absolutely love to see. I would literally love to see that fight. I think it's apart from Fury and AJ, that is the other fight that I think a lot of people want to see as well. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, how would you break that fight down? Because Canelo, without sounding disrespectful,
Mm,
he broke Callum Smith down, didn't he? Callum Smith
he did.
injured walking into the fight. You can talk
Mm.
about the bicep injury, and Callum Smith is a phenomenal athlete. So for him to do that to Callum Smith, how do you think Billy Joe Saunders would fare?
I think, I mean, obviously, everyone knows that Canelo can hit. Everyone knows that. I think if anyone out there at the moment has got the style to beat him, Billy Joe Saunders is definitely the one to do it. But I think Billy Joe, he's got to obviously box and move, because obviously if you know, as we've seen, if you stand there with Canelo, it's most likely not going to end well. So, you've got to be boxing and moving for the whole 12 rounds, I'd say. But yeah, if anyone's got the style to do it, Billy Joe Saunders is the one. He's the one to do it.
Yeah, fingers crossed it happens this year, like you as well. We definitely 100% want to see that one up there with AJ and Fury, if and when that happens. So, what kind of things have you been doing during COVID, and from a training aspect? Have you still got full access to all of your gym?
Yeah, so I'm actually really lucky. I've got a gym at home. So I've obviously still been doing like road work, road runs and stuff. But then I've obviously got a gym at home as well. So I'm not sure. I can't turn the camera around. Well, I can turn the camera around.
Yeah, we can see it. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm in the gym at the moment. So we've got we've got a good setup here. This is my dad and my coach Paul. They train a lady boxer as well, Lauren Parker. She's with Steve as well, and yeah, we do most of the training at the moment out of here, obviously because it's behind closed doors. We're not going out into other gyms and seeing anyone, so it's all legal. We're not mixing or anything. It's all fine. But yeah, we do a lot of the training here. We do, obviously we've got bags and stuff, and strength and conditioning stuff. My dad's the sort of strength and conditioning coach. Gives us some killer circuits and stuff. But yeah, we've been doing mainly the work in here. Obviously, go for my road runs. But yeah, it's a shame really that COVID has obviously closed the gyms and stuff like sparring and stuff like that. It's hard to, and obviously you've got to keep yourself motivated as well while you're doing all this. You're training, but it's just waiting for it to come back. Yeah,
because one of the things I was going to ask you as well was in regards to sparring. Now, quite a few of the boxers that we talk to on a weekly, regular, daily basis, even as well. One of the things that they say to us is, the sparring partners can't come over. It's a lot more difficult nowadays as well. And higher up the food chain you go as well, you tend to get sparring partners from abroad and everything like that as well. So from a sparring sort of aspect, how have you adapted to that?
Well, we've been going out. We went out like before Christmas, before like the lockdown was more restricted. We were going out. We've been to London, and we've been down sparring. I went down sparring with Linus and Brad as well before Christmas. But so yeah, we have been out, but it's still not as much as it normally would be due to COVID. And obviously now at the moment, the way the restrictions are, it is very difficult to get that sparring, because people either they don't want to, which is completely understandable. It's just a difficult situation.
Yeah, hopefully it don't last forever, William. And in regards to your career, the one sole defeat, what did you learn from that defeat?
I learnt that it's not. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the words to say it. I'm just going to say there's some people out there that just aren't very nice people. I mean, but from that loss as well, I know I lost it, but I honestly think that loss has done me the world of good. I feel so much better for it. I believe I wouldn't be as good as I am now if I didn't have the loss. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm not going to make excuses for it, because the opponent came in there to do a job, same as what I was doing. He beat me to it, and that's that. I'm not going to, be upset about it. It's the aim of the game. But yeah, no, it is what it is, really. I'm happy about it now. I have learned a lot from it. Stuff like after the fight, I took some time off. And we've worked on things. I've come back even better and stronger, and yeah, it has improved me massively.
Yeah, I mean, I take it as well. Sometimes there's a lot of pressure carrying a zero all the way through, and when it does happen, some of the guys we do talk to, like you've just said as well, they learn from it, and no one wants to lose, I suppose, but there's a bit of pressure that's lifted, and even Bernard Hopkins and loads of greats have lost early on in their career, but they went on to do amazing things afterwards, and it's what you learn from it, isn't
exactly.
it? Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, that is what I hope for. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In regards to yourself, then, I mean, you're very young. The future is bright, and you've got loads of years ahead of you. I take it this is your full-time gig. Is this what you do full-time?
Yeah, this is what I do full-time. Yeah, I am. Yeah, obviously, especially at the moment. But yeah, this is what I do day in, day out. Yeah, it's my job. It's my job.
And when you saw the thing about the government, and the money that didn't go to boxing, shall we just say as well, as a professional athlete, and especially looking at people that are going into the amateurs and so on and so forth, what would you say to sum that up as a professional athlete?
I was incredibly disappointed, really, that they didn't give any money to boxing at all. I just don't understand it. I mean, they gave it to other sports that I thought, I mean, I know every sport is going to need the money, but I just thought it's just not fair, really. You include, because I'd say boxing is one of it's a big sport. It is a big sport, and to not give them anything that's just wrong, really. I think. I mean, obviously, pro is difficult anyway. Obviously, I mean, it's difficult. Obviously, money's involved, but it's still a difficult situation. But especially in amateurs, there's no money involved at all. So how, I don't understand why there was no money given. I really don't.
Yeah, it's disheartening, very disheartening as well. Very little explanation as well, wasn't there? Very little explanation.
Yeah, there was nothing covered on it, really. I was really disappointed, actually, when I read the list of the sports that had been given it, and then there was nothing on boxing. I was just blown away, really. I was really surprised.
Yeah, it was good to see people like Anthony Joshua and Fury, I think, as well, put money in from their own pockets, which is hopefully going to future-proof the sport and bring loads of talented individuals out there, both boys and girls, who are going to go on to be the next huge champions of the world. Especially.
Yeah, definitely.
Apart from the obvious, which is AJ versus Fury and Canelo versus Saunders, what else are you looking forward to as a spectator this year? Is there anything else that tickles your fancy? Dream matchup?
There's a couple. I'd like to see. I mean, my dad wants to see Alvarez, like Canelo, versus Triple G again. I don't really want to see that. I would like to see, because I know Triple G obviously sort of working his way back up to those super fights again. I would like to really see him. I would like to see Alvarez and Billy Joe Saunders, but then I also really want to see Triple G versus Billy Joe Saunders as well. I don't know why. That's just one I really would like to see. I don't know. I think obviously Triple G is incredible, but I think again Billy Joe Saunders could definitely beat him. I think he could.
If anyone can,
he's just got.
Yeah,
he's just definitely got the style for it. I think he can definitely do it.
Yeah, if anyone can, it's going to have to be him. I have to agree with you there.
There's
in the mix as well. But definitely Billy Joe is going to be there to cause problems, which would be great to see. And just very finally, then, where can people follow you and get more of you? I mean, the website. Can I just say as well, for someone who's and coming up, that's a fantastic looking website. Did you get some guys to design that, or did you do it all yourself? Or
yeah, we got help from a woman that I know. Yeah, she helped design it. Her name's Kelly Stone. She helped design the website. Yeah, the website's brilliant. I can't thank her enough for that. When she put it all together and we first got shown it, it's really professional, and I was pretty blown away by it as well. And it's very smooth and everything works well. But yeah, the website's good. I'm also on Facebook and I'm on Instagram, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, my Instagram is William666 Webber, and I believe it's the same on my Facebook as well. So, but yeah, apart from that and the website, but yeah, the websites, I really like the website. You can purchase tickets from the website as well when obviously fighting does continue again.
Have you got, Steve Goodwin was saying that he may have some, or he has got some dates penciled in September over at the York Hall. Are you?
Yeah.
Is that the sort of goal for September for you, or have you got anything else penciled in prior to that?
I think that's obviously we're waiting. It's basically just all down to the government and the boxing board, really, what they say. I mean, at the moment, yes, Steve's got some dates penciled in for September, and that's what we're waiting for at the moment. If there's anything earlier, if anything crops up, obviously we'll discuss it and see what's going on. But at the moment, I think we've got September in our sights at the moment, hopefully, providing that COVID just goes away and disappears finally. Yeah.
Fingers crossed it's one of them. Well, thank you from the Boxing Voice. We'll be in touch soon, and hopefully we'll come and see you guys when the shows are around again in September or so.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Let's make sure it all goes ahead. But thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thank you.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, from title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.